Okay, question 7. If a circle has an area of 100 units squared, find the radius. You're probably thinking, I don't know how to do that. I don't understand. You know, I get that. What we need to do is just start with what we know. We know we have an area of a circle. We're looking for the radius. At this point, I'm going to use my area formula. I'm going to go ahead and type that in. Type in what you know. It helps. If you can type in what you know, you start to see how you're figuring out what you don't know. So first I'm going to type that in. Area equals, go to Insert, Special Characters, click up here, pi, click on pi, go ahead and go out, R, and now I need to go up to Format, Text, Superscript, 2. You guys should know how to do that by now. You've been doing it a couple times. I do know my formula for area. Area equals pi r squared. Now I need to fill in what I know. This is how you can relax a little bit. You just fill in what you know. My area is 100 equals pi is 3.14 times r squared. Now I'm going to just put in that little r since that, like that. That is what I know. I know that right there. I do know that if you want to get technical, this is units squared. There's a reason to know that. So when you're working with it, you understand why it is the way it is. So go ahead and make sure it's typed exactly like that. That helps. When you have that squared on this side, squared on that side, it balances it out. Okay, so now you look at that and you stop because you don't know what to do. Think back to Unit 6. We're on Unit 7 now. Think back to Unit 6. We were solving equations. Look at this word right here. There's a reason why I called it equation. Type in your equation. Because now you're continuing to solve your equation. This is what you're trying to solve right here, is for r. You need to find the radius. In order to do that, you need to get the r by itself. All of these other ones, A, C, C, D, and this R, are all by itself on the left side of the equal sign. Well, our R's on the right side, and there's nothing wrong, right, left, it doesn't matter. We just need to get it by itself. So what is the R? What is happening with the R in the 3.14? What is this sign right here? Multiplication. In order to get rid of the 3.14, I need to do the opposite. I need to divide, and I need to divide 3.14 on both sides. So in my calculator, I'm going to take 100 right here because I'm dividing it by both sides. 100 divided by 3.14. That's what I'm going to do. So it gives me, I'm going to type this in, but it's not going to be the answer, and you're not sure why in just a minute. Okay, so 3184 units squared. Hold on. Let me go up here to text, superscript, squared. In order to undo that, you go back up, text, superscript, and it takes it back down, equals r squared. Okay, so now you're thinking, well, how come it didn't give me the answer? Because, you know, Miss Young, you told me to divide. So I divided my 3.14 on both sides. It took it off of this side here, and now it's on this side. Well, in order to understand why this is not the answer, I need to look at this tiny 2 that's still connected to my r. My r is not by itself. So I need to square, or get the square root of 3184. So on your phone, you're going to do 31.84, and you're going to look for the square root sign. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, went in here, and it looks a little bit like that. I'm not going to click on it because I don't need to. Some of you have asked me about that when you're doing the Renaissance test. What is that? Well, it's square root. So I go into my phone, and I find it, and I type in the 31.84, and I hit the square root sign. Then what happens is it gives me the answer of 5.6 5.64 plus a bunch of other numbers. So that's what my R equals, is 5.64 and a bunch of other numbers. So I can do 5.6. You have to, because we're squaring it, which means we're trying to make it bigger, the square root makes it smaller. So we can find that single digit number that we have to multiply by itself. That's what that means. This might be a little confusing to you. I'm sorry that I can't be there to walk you through every single step. Just remember you have to square root it to get the radius itself. So I'm going to take this A, bring it over. I'm going to take this and bring it up. Again, I'm going to put it at the top because I want to be able to read the sentence. And now I have shown my work here. And I highlighted my letter. I took my word phrase up there. My box is nice, neat, and clean. So that way Miss Young can see my work and she can see what I did.